Hey everybody, we're back with another review, and this time it is an awesome set. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's the Eldorado Fortress. It is set number 10320. It has 2,509 pieces, and it's an 18 plus set, and it's kind of got older box style. It's got an older box style to it. It's based on a set from years ago, another Eldorado Fortress. If I had good editing skills and I cared enough to do it, well, it's not that I don't care, but I could put it up. Maybe I should have printed off a picture so I could go, click, there it is. Great editing, no, but definitely easy to look up, and you've probably seen it already if you're a Lego fan. If not, it's cool to look up. But this is very different. That one came with a custom base plate, which had, it was like a base plate with oh my goodness, I broke that something already. Super professional, super professional. Don't let them know. Don't let them know. Okay, everything's normal. So it came with a custom base plate before. This one, you just build the rock work, which is really great. We're going to get into that. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Here's the set. We got our minifigs here, which is what we're going to start with. Let's go ahead and do that. So, starting here, we have a monkey. Hello, monkey. We have a parrot, too, over there. We'll show him in a little bit. We have two pirates. A male pirate with his red and white striped outfit there. Pretty simple looking. Solid color pants. He has a pirate patch there, or an eye patch there, I mean. Nothing on the back. So that's pretty fine. It's okay. He looks okay. Looks fine. He's a pirate, She is like the pirate in charge. She has her cutlass here, and she has black pants. I do like the top a lot here. I really do like that top. That's her face. And if you look here, she does not have a back face, or a second face, I should say. And there's the back of her. So she looks good. Now I'm going to bring over their little boat. Okay. Little boat they're going to sit in. They have the Jolly Roger there. They have a parrot, which we've seen before. 2 seats and some paddles. And that's what we've got in there. I'm going to go ahead and stick them in there. Of course, she's going to make him do the paddling. His legs are awfully loose, which I find interesting. Like, they do not feel like normal Lego legs, but they are branded. I don't know if you can see that. They just feel very loose. Funny. Every once in a while you get those weird things, loose legs. So I'm not going to put the paddles on them right now, but there you go. They're in their little dinghy rowboat thing. So here we go. We got some soldiers. They have their muskets or rifles, and then they have these uniforms. This one, and they have the these epaulettes. Oh boy, I might be saying that wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free. I won't get upset. I should have looked it up before. And I'm using my phone to record, so I'm not going to look it up now. They have a backpack. They do have a back print. I will show it on this one. And there's the back. I won't show on every single one, but there you go. These are going to be taller than your normal minifigs because they have a little extra going on there at the neck. This is a female, no second face. They have these tall hats, 3 of them do, and they look good. I really like the way they look. There's one. This one's a male with a mustache. No second face. He has the same outfit, just a different head. Next one. Let me see something here. Yep. Next one. Another male. He's got these kind of sideburns coming down. And no second face. He has the backpack. Another rifle. All the same. There. Now, and they're good figs. So this one is... she's going to go in the boat, in the ship that I'll get to in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put her in there right now. She has this hat, this tricorn hat. She does have a second face, which is a much more stern look. I do like the tricorn hat. They have these without the hair, which is a really nice feature. If you wanted to take this head off and make it a male face and put a male tricorn hat, you definitely could. I have extras of those. I'll go ahead and put that in her in the boat here. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to come to this one first. The female here, and I could have given her a rifle. There's extra ones. There's also cutlasses and stuff. She has a second face. And, of course, the tricorn hat with a different color hair. I like that it's not just the same hair piece. Some variation there. She has very loose legs, too. These are not normal. I'm telling you, like, these are very Lego-like stiffness. When you have well over 1,000 minifigs, and that's nothing compared to some people, you just get used to them, and they just feel so loose. I'm not complaining. It's just interesting. And of course, I keep doing it, which isn't helping. But this is a new set to me. I just bought this same day I bought the Disney Castle, actually. Same exact day. They let me get 2 of the GWPs, which was the little space babies. And, yeah, that was an expensive day at the Lego store. But, yeah. And we did a little bit of pick-a-brick wall, too. So, plus some CMFs and some other stuff. But she looks good. She's got that second face, like I said. I don't know if I said, but I think I did. Yeah, she looks good. And there's, like, the guy in charge. They all have white pants, which, you know, I like that the uniforms are very uniform. Of course, he has a different top compared to the rest, which makes sense because he's the guy in charge. He looks really good. There's the back. He does not have a second face. He has his man in charge hat, admiral's hat, whatever you want to call it. And he has a cutlass. Okay. Cool. Then that's the minifigs. Now, I did see somewhere that said that it's kind of weird to have these soldiers and, you know, you have a lot of females. You have, if you include her, out of the 6 soldiers, you have 3 and 3. You wouldn't really find females being soldiers back then, especially, which is mostly true, of course, and there's stories of females sneaking in. Of course there is, you know, see it in Mulan. Of course, that's a fictional story, but it's based in some reality. There were women that did that. I believe pretty darn rare. But you know what? I don't really care. It's Lego. I'm not a big fan of diversity for diversity's sake. I'm not a fan of it at all, actually. I think it's bad. But when it's just for the sake of it. But it's Lego. And I think one of the really neat things about Lego is that when you're playing with it, you can pretend to be one of those minifigs. You know, as a kid, I would have had this set and I would have said, okay, I'm this guy. You know, this is me. I'm this guy here. You know, and if my sister was playing with me, she may have said, yep, this is me. Or, yep, it's the girl with the boat. And so I have no problem with them putting females in the set. Even if being 50-50. I really don't care. If you really don't like it, switch out the heads. It's Lego. That's the beauty of it. You can make it all female. You can do whatever you want with it. That's the beauty of it, and I like that. So I really don't care. You know, and it's Lego. It's their designers, it's their artists' choice to do that. So I'm okay with it. That being said, I am actually ordering a bunch of these parts on Lego, and I'm going to be ordering more males just because that's what I want mine to be. And probably another 15 or so. Make like 2 squads of troops here to live in this. Because, you know, 5 people doesn't really make much sense to me. So let's get into it. Enough of that. Enough of the minifigs for now. They're good looking minifigs. Let's talk about this first, the ship. I do like it a lot. I do like the cloth. I do like the cloth sails a lot. Gotta get them right. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to talk about the good and the bad of this. One, good, it just looks nice. I really do like the look of it. It's pretty sleek. It's got nice curves on it. I do like the sails. Let's move this up a little bit. I do like the sails a lot. They're not perfect, but they do sit really well for the most part. I like the emblem on this. I like that you can kind of change the angle of it. It looks really good like that. You can change the angle of this sail. I'm a big boater, but I have never gotten into sailing. I've wanted to. And every time I try to, I arrange sailing, something happens, bad weather or, you know, no wind, which is good weather. But, you know, it never happens. So I haven't tried sailing in a number of years. I'd love to learn. I don't know. But also as a boater and a fisherman, sometimes you get annoyed with people on sailboats on the water. But anyways, doesn't matter. So I don't know what all these sails are called. The main-sail, I know that. I watched a YouTube channel, SV Delos, and I should know the names of the sails, but you know, it's a family that travels the world on their sailboat. They've been doing it for a number of years. Don't watch as much as I used to, but I really do love that channel, the Delos channel and the Delos family. So yeah, just looks good overall. Got a nice steering wheel there, pretty simple. They didn't go with a real, oopsies, pirate, like a real steering wheel that they have in some sets, and that's okay. It's a smaller ship. I say ship, it's really a boat, and that's fine. Got a little hook there for that cutlass. Got a stack of grain there, another cutlass I just threw in there. I guess that's supposed to go to the woman there that didn't have anything to hold on to. I do like this curvature on here. Oh, there's a rudder too. I almost forgot to mention we actually have a rudder on there, which is a nice detail for steering. That would help with steering. You can use the sails as well. I really like that curvature on the bottom, and that's all brick built. That is not a solid piece. I mean, there's a couple big pieces. That is a solid piece right there, which really gets that shape. But it's really nice on the bottom. They don't have any of those inverted slopes or domes. It doesn't need it. It's perfectly smooth as it is. I can even spin it very easily, but I'm not gonna. So, a couple things I'd love to see fixed about this. Well, one, this always pops off. This pops off constantly, but that's not a big deal. A couple things I'd like to see fixed about it. There's the back. One, there's this big gap here. Same thing on the other side. That I can clean up. I'm going to clean that up myself. I might even make a video on how to do it because I think I know exactly what I want to do to fix that. Don't love it. It's actually not that big of a deal. You could see gaps like that in sailing vessels, even in modern ships. There are gaps. It's a little low to see a gap like that, I think. Not a big deal, but I'm going to fix it up. Another thing I want to do is actually make this deck here and this deck here, same thing on that side, a little taller, because what I want to do is make this like a cargo compartment, not just for sacks like this, but for actual chests. And I think with some very basic modifications, maybe even taking out this and modifying this, and then just raising this by 1 or 2 plates, maybe to match that, I could fit in storage, which it is kind of like a cargo ship. These are supposed to be cannons. They don't make much sense there as cannons, in my opinion. So I kind of want to remove them. What I would do is I would make this a storage compartment, raise everything up just a little bit, and then put 1 cannon on this side, 1 cannon on that side. So I'm ordering more cannons as well. Another thing I want to do, I want more rigging. There is no way to manipulate this rigging for the crew. What I mean by rigging is we have these great, lines here and here, and we have none to, manipulate the sails. So I'd like to get more of these, and there's a long name to them, but they're like a string with stud on end. And there's a couple different lengths that are here. I want to get more of those and have them going from like here or here down to, here or here, just kind of whatever makes sense. Have stuff go from here to here or here to somewhere here, stuff like that. And I just think that would be really cool to add more rigging. Ships like this, boats like this back in the day, and even today, when you see remakes of these kinds of things, or like the Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard operates a sailing vessel still, the Bear, and you see all this kind of rigging. I want ropes. In this case, it would be strings. I want ropes. I want lines. They're really lines, because a rope is a rope, and if it has a job, it's a line. I want lines, guys and gals. I want lines to come down to different spots. I just want it rigged up. So, and I don't need to make perfect sense, but I want it to be rigged up. So, anyways, I spent a lot of time on the little boat because that's really my only gripe. I'm 14 minutes in, and I haven't gotten to the main build. Let's do it. And it's a modular build. We're going to go a little fast, so that's not a terribly long video. But let's start. Let's just start with the front. We see a kind of a dock area here. It's black. And you can pull your ship right up to it. And it sets up right alongside of it right there. You can have your people hop out and blah, blah, blah. I don't like saying blah, blah, blah. You can also have your crane. You do have this big palm tree that's kind of in the way. It can move. So you can manipulate that. You can have your crane. You can also bring the ship up over here, however you want to do it. You can have your crane lower something down into the ship. Help if I show you what I'm talking about. You can have your crane lower into the ship. And I'll show you more of the crane in a little bit. So you can have some interaction there between the ship and the fortress. You have a beach area here and the water. Lots of nice rock work. I'm going to turn on the light here so we can see a little bit better. Lots of rock work under there. Ton of rock work on this set. Actually, it was probably the worst part of the build for me. It looked great in the end, so I was happy to do it. But it was a lot. I swear, out of the, what was this again? 2,500 pieces, 2,509. I think 1,500 pieces were just rocks. Not really. Well, actually, probably about 1,000 pieces actually were just rocks. Maybe not. I could count by just looking at the pieces in the back of the booklet and actually finding out. Looking at all the gray, light gray and dark gray pieces and maybe some blacks in there too. See what is rock work. And I would include these leaves and stuff as part of the rock work because they are in the rock work. So we're just gonna go around the outside here. We have this nice gravel pathway, and they do a nice job in the instruction booklet of showing how they want everything oriented. You don't have to follow it. I followed it perfectly as best I could, at least. So you kind of get this cobble look, and you know what? The studs are really nice because you can have a person walking up very easily there. Or same thing, walking down. Yep. And I think that's awesome. We do have a cannon out here at the front on this turret here. Some places to shoot through. Let's just show one of the guys up here. I'm going to get him in the fight here. They don't really have any way to hold it. No. So this is like their best way to hold it. And it doesn't look very good in my opinion. But, you know, they could kind of get it through there. If I could do it. Boom. Kind of. They can look over here and put the gun through there. Maybe not the most accurate way of doing it, but the palm tree is kind of big and kind of in the way. I kind of wish they'd done something else with that. I do feel like it's in the way. You could, of course, move it, take it out just like that. You do have that space there. You could cover that up pretty darn easily, though. But it is supposed to be there, so we're going to leave it. And I'm going to show you that you can also walk up. Now, this is funny because they have this big gate here, and it's really well defended in here. You have gun ports here. You have gun ports here. You even have gun emplacements up here that are stationary, which can be fired down. But then you also have this entirely pretty undefended, ungated, let's move that crane, way to get in here. Just some steps and you're in. I kind of wish they'd come out one more on the dock pier here to come out here to match up with this, but it's okay. I'm not gonna think of that. It's too big of a deal. Or they could have just ended it there, but you'll see because it's modular, they didn't want to. Still looks really good. We're going to kind of keep going this way. There is some more rock work here. It's going to keep going. More rock work here with a waterfall, and this does go up somewhere. I'll show you that as we get to it. We have a crab, lots of leaves, lots of detail here. Liked building this. And, of course, you can see, you can kind of show the upper parts, too. We do have our crane. Let's talk about the crane now. It doesn't have a ton. I mean, it has great 360 movement like this. You could pull your cargo all the way up, swing it over the palm tree, and lower it into your courtyard. Your flag might get in the way a little bit, but you could definitely lower it into that courtyard. It would lower right in. And yeah, it just works really well, lowering and raising, and side to side. It doesn't have any distance articulation, if that makes any sense. Any x-axis articulation where this would raise up to modify the distance. I guess I might not be making much sense, but it doesn't have that, and that's okay. It does the job. We do have a chest in there. You could definitely modify this to fit other stuff very, very easily. We're going to just go ahead and open up this chest. It does all come off, too. You could just take it off the hook very easily there. And in this chest, we have 2 flintlock pistols. At least that's what I have in there. And you could definitely give those to your people, of course, or your pirates. Now, one thing, too, I'll say is the only thing guiding the string along is that hook and then this hook. Nothing actually holding them on besides that. So it comes off really easily if it gets knocked around. But again, it's more of a display set than a play set. But my son was playing with it a lot. We have a good amount of work here on this kind of turret. I like it. It's not, everything isn't just perfect looking, and it shouldn't be. I do love the color scheme, by the way. I'm not a big fan of yellow, but I do love the use of the yellow and the white. And then some browns thrown in there. Love it. Breaking stuff. Oh, that's something else I would like to see. A chain or a rope, or multiple maybe, to attach the... Will you stop swinging? To attach the ship to these posts. That'd be kind of cool. Not totally necessary, but... And that's something I'll probably install. So here we have the outside of this. This is actually the jail. And I'm going to show you right now. This is meant to break away. And this one actually pops in really easily. So this one's not meant to break away, but it kind of goes in really easily. So you got to be a little careful with it. So that one is meant to do that. So that you can get in there. This also pops off. The back, we have a couple more palm trees. They do have... I like the palm trees back here. Don't love that one in the front. Though it looks good. It just kind of gets in the way. Lots more rock work. Again, we have places to shoot through and see through, and that's really cool. We have a cannon in the back. We have an office, which is right up to the cannon. Doesn't look very good in this configuration at all, in my opinion. Kind of, I mean, when you build it, when you change the arrangement, it makes more sense and looks good. Like this, it doesn't look that good. But more rock work, some hooks, because, again, this is modular, and that's going to help us later. And kind of nothing there. So yeah, now let's just go ahead and keep going here. Let's start by just showing you that you can go in through the front here. I'm going to have to go reach around. Oh my gosh. Professional video. Okay. Come in here. You can open up these gates, and there you go. There's some hooks with some rifles, or muskets, I should say, and some swords. If you come through, you've come through there. You can go up this ladder, and I'm going to talk about the office again really quick. You have a door right here, and it is a brick-built door. Come outside, you got a window there. And you got the access to these guns, which again look down at the ramp. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple there. It's a really nice, simple build. We have a cannon on top. A cannon there. All these cannon builds are exactly the same, or very similar, I should say. Two of them have wheels. That one has wheels, and this one has wheels. This one does not have wheels. But I do like that it can actually fire down, though I don't know if you'd want to damage your own dock. But if there were bad guys down there, maybe you'd fire. Ugh, starting to. Okay. Yeah, I had to take this part off because where I'm keeping it, I can't slide it in like this without taking the flag off and then this top part off here. And also the crane. It's kind of annoying. Let's go ahead and just keep walking. Let's look at that inner courtyard area. Lots of room in there. That trap door I will show you in a little bit when I can access it. But we have a little area to cook. We have a key. Just some detail here. I really like that table in the middle. You can easily sit 4 people at it, and even a couple of people standing around it. Some chalices, rum or wine, bowls, and a lantern. Very nice. A couple more rifles or muskets. I will show you more of the interior stuff as we kind of take it apart, which is what I'm going to do now. I do like that there's ladders everywhere to get up. It makes sense. Now, it would be a little weird to operate this crane if you're one of these people. I mean, think about it. If you're one of these people, to operate this, you're going to have to stand up here and turn it, which, you know, OSHA wasn't around back then. Unions weren't around back then. Maybe that's something they would have had to do. So, you know, a little weird, but you just use your imagination. It's okay. So let's start taking it apart. It is modular, so we can do some fancy stuff with it here. And we're going to start by just popping it here. You know, actually, I'm going to do the back. There we go. So, let's do section by section first, and then I'll try to show you it all put together. We have an underground section that I want to show you, and you can access it by opening this hatch up. Climbing down that ladder, and there you go. You have a chest and some gold ingots, and inside there we have more gold ingots, a sack of potatoes. No, I don't know what's in it. Nothing going down there, but it looks like somebody might have been trying to escape or hiding. I don't know. Looks like a pirate. And he, well, he didn't do very well down there. So we have our ladder going up to the top here. You can definitely fit 2 people up here very comfortably, maybe even 3. We can take that off very easily. It's designed like that. We have a key for our door here. And we have our jail door. You go in, you sleep in there. There's some wood and some hay. That is supposed to be hay, and that's what it said in the booklet. Let's focus a little bit better. It also allows you to get in there better by just popping that off, which is nice. And then you can also open up the trap door, which I will show you with her, I guess. So let's see if we can get her down there. Oh my, the hat might actually stop her. Oh yeah, the hat. Yeah, so that's it. You can escape your jail cell by going through there. You could also sneak in that way, maybe. So very cool there. Oops. Help if I put it on the right way. So that was pretty cool to build. I think this was later on in the build. This was one of the last parts. I think the crane might have been last. I can't remember. It's been a little while. I built it right after I finished the Disney Castle. Now, the next section here is the crane and this tower that the crane sits on. And that is exactly what we do. And put that back on. And there we go. We can pop this up and kind of look. We just have some supplies in there. Those, to me, look like they're meant to be cannon shot, I think. I don't know. The black pieces, black cylinders. I don't know. Would be nice to see some cannonballs around in here. Some little just round Technic balls. I don't know why they didn't do that, but I think that's meant to be the cannon shot. Because again, there's like, if you look at the cannons, there's 2 next to each cannon. So that's okay though. And then we have a barrel with a top on it. And then a sack again. Another torch. Just kind of letting you look in there. Underneath, we have a continuation of where that guy, that skeleton man did not make it out of. Looks pretty good. I did like this build a lot. Now, here we have that eating area, and you can see that comes off as well. And we have some underneath. We have what looks now like a pier that would stick out into the water. And if you see there's a kind of a mechanism down here. There's a switch right here. Let's do this. I'll hope if I show it better. And if you just move this, the trap door goes down. You can see there, that's what holds it. So let's do that one more time. I'm going to flip this. And that's it. You can also just leave it open. So that's that. And just some seaweed and stuff under there. More rock work. Let's take a look here. We have one more piece that comes off. And that shows underneath there's a chest and a frog and some whatever's under here, rum or something in these barrels that might have spilled there. And there you go. That's that. That's where they store it. They got to store it somewhere, right? That didn't stay down very well. And yeah, and here we have just a couple more things in there, a broom, some stuff. Cool. You can see it. I don't have to say everything, I guess. And then we have this area under here, which is, again, this, you could look at this as like, this is where the pirates hang out and hide, and this is where all their stuff is, or maybe this is just where the soldiers store all their stuff in kind of the cellar. You can use your imagination however you want there. But yeah, they have that there, and they have some water inside, of course, because, they're on an island. So, that's that. So, let's take a look at this. We have 5 pieces here, and I'm going to have to use the back of the box to remember exactly how, you could get creative in some ways with this, but I think it was, it was this piece here. It's like a puzzle. I like it in its grouped up position, like looking like an island. You gotta move this. Super professional. I'm gonna edit that out, don't worry. I'm not gonna edit that out. So it fits in like a glove here. Yikes. And watch me knock the camera down again. Or even better, watch me knock this crane over. So yeah, fits in nicely there. And then this pier, I believe, goes off the edge. Now, I don't like the pier with the food on it. I think that looks a little weird, but you could definitely take that off. But yeah, it's nice because now you have this ladder that kind of goes down. You have access to the back. And you could definitely use this as a play set or something, you know. Just look at it from back there. If you have a more long space versus some more squared off space to store, like maybe a thin shelf, this would be the way to go, I think. This, just gonna show you here. I sat with this for a day or two on the table like this, and I do like it. If this was the way we could store it, then this would be kind of a nice way to store it, but, you know, that's okay. And then there's that. We'll close that jail, and we'll break that piece off. Yep, we'll do it like that, and then there we go. So I'm going to back you off. I'm going to stop that from swinging because that's probably annoying. And we're going to just close these doors. And, yeah, so there you go. Spread out. Looks really nice. I'm going to spin it around here in a second. We have our cannons. Yeah, now, there's nothing. There's a big empty spot in here. But you could probably pretty easily, very easily, I think, if you have some black plates, especially some larger black ones, fill that in. Like, you could very easily fill this whole area in. That was fun. With just a big black plate that goes out here. Put it on blue. I don't know, it might be a little tougher finding this color. No, I think they have this in 16 by 16. So find these. And 16 by 16 might not work well because there's some odd... Is this off by one? Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. There's some odd things here. But you could definitely make it work. I don't know what this exact distance is here to here. But fill it in. Build it up to here with some black or gray to match that. And have an inner area. Move the stuff from that table over there that's now on the pier. And move it into the middle. And you got this huge area. I kind of like that, actually. So, but you do have this big empty area. Now, one thing you could do is you could put your ship back here. It'll fit nicely, actually. But it might not be that accurate. But you know what? That's okay. One thing that would be kind of cool is to buy a second one of these and build it almost mirror image and put it against the back of this. And then have this kind of be like a little protected cove in here. You just got to make sure there's enough room for the ship to get out. That might be kind of cool to modify it like that. And, you know, it might not make much sense having two cranes and two of everything exactly. But, you know, your office would be one big office. You know, I think that would look kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of want to do that now. I do. But, yeah, I mean, that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. This has gone on for 34 minutes almost. I'm going to store this one built as one island, the more compact way, as a more of a squared off unit. I love this set, guys. It was fun to build. There's some problems with the ship, but overall I still like it a lot, and I think those are pretty easy to fix. I just got to buy the pieces. And again, I might do a video on that. So if you want me to do a video on that, if you made it this far, let me know by saying that you would like or not like a video on modifications to that little boat. I really want to do it, but maybe I'll take a little motivation. You know, it'll only take one or two people to say yes, and I might do it anyways. I don't know. So thank you all for watching. I give this set like a 9 out of 10. I give most of my sets like a 9 out of 10 or higher anyways. I only buy sets that I think I'll really like. There are some exceptions, but, you know, this is a great set. I think it rivaled the Disney Castle in some ways. A lot of rock work, though. Disney Castle, I liked in building everything about that. I built this on my own. I built the Disney Castle with her, the wife, and this I built alone. So maybe that had something to do with it, but, you know, a ton of rock work. And I still like the rock work, but it was a lot. So, no complaints. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I don't care. You know, my editing skills are top notch, I know, but thanks for watching.